What we're talking about today is a song so identifiable that even if you have no knowledge of blues, this music probably resides somewhere in your memory, in your mind. I bet it's there, and what I played for you was 5 variations, 5 versions, starting out fairly simple, but not for beginners, for intermediates. Starting out pretty basic and then getting to more subtle harp, little technical add-ons, and that was the 5th one was clearly the hardest. But when you're playing this, I don't need to walk you through every step until you can grasp one certain concept. Playing this small instrument, a lot of times players like to show off, be flashy, draw a lot of attention to themselves, and that's all well and good. But when you're playing this type of blues, although these are all useful, you want to pick one and say that's the one we're going to go with, and just maintain that, play that one. Because when you start throwing in too many variations, getting too fancy, now you're taking away from the singer. So what you want to do is drift into the ensemble and even copy what's happening, because this is one of the first songs, if not the first song, Muddy Waters recorded with a full backing band. As well, it became one of his most recognizable. It was full of unusual elements, and it's one that you have to know on the harp, but you have to remember those details that I was telling you. The first one started out on the one draw, and it involved that 2-hole draw, whole step bend. So you're gonna need that. You're gonna need the 3-hole draw, half step bend. You're going to need to bend the 4-hole draw. 5-hole draw was involved in there. Lots of different subtleties. This is really the combination of Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters, and later on Bo Diddley had a version, and then Muddy Waters came back with a different version in reference to that. So it's quite the tune. Like I said, I gave you, I'm gonna put the video together. I'm gonna play version 1 twice, version 2 twice, version 3 twice, and then at some point I'll put in slowed down versions of it. And what you have to do, you want to learn how to play. Get your C Harp, Hohner Golden Melody. Slow it down to half speed. Slow the video down and just take as much time as you need to, working out these 5 riffs, because what it is, I mentioned Bo Diddley. It's not the Bo Diddley beat. This is stop time. This is what we're talking about here. Once again, it's on the Hohner key of C Golden Melody today. We're having a real hard time growing on YouTube all of a sudden. Oh, I brought this bell over here. I was going to tell the story of this, but make sure you ring the bell. I'll tell the story of that another time. might wonder why I use the when I choose which note I want to play. So there was times where I included they're all different, each version, but there was ones where I included the 3 and the 4, 3-hole draw with a little bit of 4. There was one where I switched from lip pursing to tongue blocking, and that it can be a little tricky. And when I played the 3 and the 6-hole blow tongue blocked, I was really aiming for primarily you're going for the 6, not so much accentuating the 3, but you can still hear that it is a tongue blocking sound. It's just you kind of put it at such an angle where you're not really emphasizing the 3 that much when I do that. When I did that last one, that 3-hole draw doesn't have a bend on it. So I did the 4-hole draw twice. Started off bent, released it. Then bend it down again. Hit that 3-hole draw unbent, so you don't have to worry about bending that. Don't do it. It's important to know that. You won't be wondering. And you'll have to listen to how I played that, because I don't want to. I made sure to play it perfect for you, and it took a couple tries, so I don't want to ruin that. But that's how you do that. The last one, the most difficult one, is a 5-hole draw, and the 4-hole draw, like I described. 3-hole draw, no bend, and the 2-hole draw twice. Pay attention to the subtleties on that, though. And that's the only one that's kind of just a little bit different than the other 4. The ones in between, you have to use your ear, I would say. I'm going to put this video together. That concludes the videos for this weekend. Somebody just unsubscribed. I have bigger things to think about than that. It's weird. I might have to give up this Facebook strategy because it's what I'll do. Only time will tell. Time is an unforgiving beast, isn't it? Time coupled with decisions. This is what we're faced with. I say everything I set out to say. One thing is when you're doing that bend on the 2-hole draw and you're going back to 1, you have to let go of that bend. And a pro will be able to hear if you don't, and you're just kind of pulling on that when you shouldn't be. They'll say, oh, he's bending when he shouldn't be. So I talked about the last one, I talked about the first one. And this is a little unusual, this notion of going. That's a 3-hole draw. Bend. 4 blow. To 3 blow. To a 3-hole draw again, bend. To a 2-hole draw. Well, I gave you some tips. Ultimately, the most satisfying thing you can do is listen and slow things down. Keep working at it.